Hey guys, I'm Nicole Larkin, and this is my personal branding. A little bit about who I want to be in the future and how I believe the experiences that I've gone through have put me a little bit higher than other people in terms of where I want to be and what I'd like to do in the future. So, a little bit about the objectives. First, I'm going to focus on what type of position I'd like to be at when I go into my career. My ideal position is in the sport management field, somewhere along the lines of coaching collegiate athletics, possibly even high school athletics, or even being like the general manager of a sporting facility, maybe a fitness facility, a gym, like a public gym, private owned gym, somewhere that I would still be able to excel in what I like to do, somewhere where I'd still use my background knowledge from my degree, but I'd still be able to have an open working relationship with the people that I'm with, and I would still be around that sport and fitness feel. I also wouldn't really be opposed to working with a big sports apparel companies like Nike, Adidas, Under Armour. If I was to work with those companies, I'd like it to be more in the marketing section of that. I'd like to be able to do big things on maybe social media or print ads, somewhere behind the computer creating the things to go out to market for these companies. Preferred salary, starting out, I don't think it would be that high, but anywhere between 55 and 65,000 to start, with room to advance on the pay scale. I don't want to be stuck in a certain pay division. I want to, be able to go higher. I want to be able to excel, and I just don't want to set my limit too low so that I am not able to grow. Location is also pretty important to me in the future. I came from the south side of Chicago. I don't really want to go to a rural or less populated area. I'd like to stay closer to larger cities, somewhere Chicago, St. Louis, maybe Philadelphia, New York, maybe Seattle, or even somewhere more south like Nashville. A little bit of my experience history so far being in college. I did work for the Millikan University Athletics Department as the volleyball manager and a game day supervisor, which basically meant I was in charge of hiring people to work the event. I was in charge of setting up the event, actually being a part of the event as it was going on, and then also breaking the event down and making sure that everything was cleaned up, put away, the game was over, everything went well, the refs were paid, everything like that. I also worked at the Decatur Indoor Sports Center. I work through there fairly often as the youth lacrosse coach. Right now we're doing winter skills clinics. I've been a part of it for 2 years now, and we've done things like grade school camps, we've done winter camps, we've done privately owned camps like for only the kids that are actually playing. We've done sign-ups, registration, we've created, apparel and things like sportswear, fanwear. I've also been in charge of taking teams to tournaments, scheduling tournaments, and then for myself, I had to learn the entire game before I could even start coaching. And then after that, I just work with the kids 3 days a week once the season starts and really try to build their skills and their way that they play so that we can go out and actually compete with other areas. I work for the YMCA in the after-school program, which is pretty focused on planning recreation events for the kids, whether it's inside playing board games and doing fun activities like crafts and little things like that, or whether it's planning, program-wide events to be played outside like a big kickball game, or just letting them play in different areas, or taking them on trips like going bowling or doing anything like that. And then I was also a part of the Nike Chicago team in downtown Chicago. I was a sales associate for them, so I kind of got to see the inside of how they market, how they run their business, and how they attract customers. So my first part of my personal branding was the Instagram story. It ended up getting 362 views